All right, hello students. Today we're moving on to lesson 17, write expressions in which letters stand for numbers. So this kind of 17 is kind of an overall review of what we've covered kind of in the past few lessons. So each section kind of is a little bit different, kind of talks about different things. We're at section 1, and as you can see as you go through yours, there's 2, 3, 4, 5. So what we're going to do is, or what I would like you to do, is I want you to kind of try the section 1, and I'm going to go over what the answer should be. So right now you should be pausing this video, kind of trying section 1. This is kind of review for our upcoming test or quiz. And then go ahead and come back, and I'm going to go over the answers and what you should have. All right, so hopefully you pause this and you've given this a try. So let's go ahead and go over what the answer should be. All right, so the sum of A and B, of course, sum means to add. So you should have A plus B. And of course, the commutative property means I could write this B plus A. So that's what you should have based on the way it was presented. Next, it says 5 more than twice a number C. So remember, twice a number C. You can write this 2 ways. You could put 5 more. 5 more is 5 plus. And then twice C means 2 times. That would work. Some people like to write it the other way and kind of do the multiplication first, because the word than means this needs to come to the back side. Perfectly fine. But because this is addition, kind of the same thing, commutative property of addition, it can be written kind of either way. Either one of these would have worked. Next, number 3, Martha bought D number of apples and then ate 6 of them. So she bought this many, and then she ate 6, which means that 6 went away. So he ate it. If we go ahead and we kind of move to the next section, section number 2. Now go ahead and kind of try these problems on your own and come back over just section number 2. All right, so hopefully you gave these a try. Let's go ahead and try these out. So here it says 14 decreased by P. So what's being subtracted? Of course, decreased means to be subtracted. What's being subtracted is the P. So 14 has to come first. What's being subtracted, of course, is the P. So this is the only way you could write this one. Next one, it says the total of D and F. Remember, total means I actually have to find the answer to this, which means I need parentheses around these. So D plus F with parentheses. Now you could do the next thing. You could write it as use a fraction bar, or you can use the division sign. I'm going to use the division sign this time and go ahead and put the 8. If you use the fraction bar, actually I'm going to go and write both ways. Because this is in parentheses, if you use the fraction bar, both D and F need to be on top. Okay, because this has to be done before you do the division. All right, kind of look at the next one. It's kind of more of a word problem or a real world problem. Rashad scored 6 less than 3 times as many baskets as Mike. So here's a kind of key, 6 less than. So this has to be at the very end. And it says Mike scored B baskets. So 3 times what Mike scored. So 3 times B. This is kind of how you should be thinking about it. And then 6 less than that, which means I would subtract it. Remember, the word less than means this kind of comes to the back, or the 6. The 6 here is what's being subtracted, not the 3. All right, so that's section number 2. Why don't you go ahead and pause the video now and go and try section number 3. Go ahead and try to take care of these 3 items. Come back and we'll talk about what the answer should be. All right, so hopefully you gave these a try. Number 1 here says the quotient. Quotient, of course, means division. So a couple things you could use. You could use the division sign, or you could use a fraction bar, either way. So what's the quotient of C and 6? So C divided by 6, or C over 6. So there you go. This one, now it says triple the sum. So remember, the sum means the answer to an addition problem. So that means parentheses must go around these. I must find the answer to the addition problem first. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to find the answer to this first. And then I'm going to multiply all of this by 3. So Remember, just putting this in front 3 times. This is a multiplication. It would look like 3 times x plus 17, or the sum of x plus 17. So we don't want to use the x here. We just simply want to write the 3 in front of it. Next one, it says Gabriel had 5 buttons but lost 6. Gabriel took the remaining buttons and split them equally among her 5 friends. Sorry, probably Gabriella. Excuse me. Sorry, I just went a little quick there. Because it's her. So Gabriella had 5 B buttons, excuse me, and then lost 6. Gabriella took the remaining buttons and split them amongst her 5 friends. So because this kind of came first, this must be done before we do the division. So she had B buttons, and then she lost 6. So all of this, or kind of the answer to this, or the remaining of this, is going to be split amongst her 5 friends, which means it's going to be divided into 5 equal groups. So you need to put these in parentheses, or just simply put these on top. All right, so that's kind of the first 3 sections. Let's go ahead and stop this video, go ahead and move on to video number 2, and we'll go over the next part. All right, hello students. There's 2 more sections we're going to go over. We're just going to go over section 4 and section 5. There's a section 6, but we're not going to worry about it. We're going to cover enough in these 5 sections. All right, so if we look at number 1, so kind of the same thing. Go ahead and pause the video, try section 4, try these 3, and then come back and we're going to, excuse me, go over them together. All right, welcome back. Hopefully you gave these a try on your own. So here it is. It says D doubled. Of course, double means to multiply by 2. So we should just simply have 2 times D. Next, for number 2, it says 3 more than 4 times the number x. So remember, 3 more than, remember this is an addition, but this is going to go to the back of the problem because of the more than. So I should see 4 times x, excuse me, plus 3. Of course, if you switch these terms around, it's okay because it's an addition problem. This was subtraction. That's why whenever you see the word than, this part needs to go to the back, because if it's subtraction, it makes a big difference. The next one, Maylee has 3 pieces of candy. She doubled the amount of candy she has and then gave away 15 pieces. So she starts off with C pieces of candy. She's going to double it. Well, we learned from the top pair, that means multiply it by 2. And then she's going to give it away. She's going to give away 15. So she's going to lose 15 pieces of candy because she gave it away. All right, so there you go. So the double of C, so 2 times C, and she's giving away 15, so minus 15. All right, here's the last section we're going to talk about. Section 5, so go ahead and pause the video. Go ahead and give this a try on your own, and then come back. We'll go over the answers. All right, hopefully you gave this a try. Let's go and look at the answers real quick. This says f cubed. So, of course, we have f cubed is an exponent word. Cube, remember, is a 3-dimensional figure because it has 3 different dimensions to it. So it's cube means to the 3rd power. If it was squared, that's a 2-dimensional figure because it only goes up and down and side to side, or length and width. If it was squared, that'd only be 2. But since it's cubed, it has a length, it has a width, plus it has some depth to it. It's like a 3D movie. It comes out at you. That's why it is 3-dimensional, or we have a But the next one, excuse me, the quantity of 4 increased by A. So here you go again. Quantity means I have to do this first. So this is going to be in parentheses. And then the sum is divided by 9. So once again, it also says the sum over here. So I have to find the answer to this problem first. 4 plus A. So I have to find the answer. So I need to put it in parentheses and then divided by 9. Well, you could use the fraction bar, remember, or the division sign. I'm going to go ahead and write it both ways for you, just so kind of help you remember. Either way works. We're going to put all of this over 9. All right, and the last one, Tay earned 4 points fewer than double Odin's points. Odin earned P points. So um, double Odin. So double means to multiply by 2. Also remember from the top here. And then fewer than, so 4 points fewer than. So we have to go ahead and subtract the 4 from that. All right, so if you would have put the 4 minus up front, you would put 4 minus 2 times P, that would have been incorrect. You have to make sure that the fewer than, the 4 points come to the end, and of course, the fewer than means the subtraction word. All right, so go ahead and stop the video now. They should have enough information to go ahead and move on to today's assignment. I said hopefully this was all a nice little review and preparation for our upcoming exam.